actual model for roots, known as Van Gogh's last masterpiece, has become the center of controversy, as big as the painting itself. The dispute over the ownership of the roots in the painting has been going on for years in a rural village in France.
Auvers-sur-Oise, a small town on the outskirts of Paris, France. This is the town where Vincent van Gogh spent his last days, and his last work, Roots, painted in 1890, is known as his last work. This work depicts intricately intertwined tree roots with Van Gogh's characteristically intense brushstrokes and colors. In 2020, Van Gogh experts discovered one surprising fact. That is, the actual tree roots in this painting actually exist on a sloping hill next to the road in this town. As soon as these roots were discovered, the attention of the art world around the world was focused on them, and tourists began flocking to this quiet rural town. However, this romantic moment soon led to a legal battle. The problem is the ownership of the land where the roots are located. The land where the roots spread out has been privately owned by the Serlinger couple since 2013. However, the City Hall of Auvers-sur-Oise claimed ownership, saying, "These roots belong to public land along the road." Because of this, the City Hall even issued an order to adjust the road boundary in September 2020. But the court unexpectedly sided with the Serlinger couple both times. Following the first trial, the second trial, which came out on March 18, 2025, also ruled that this site is not public land, but a slope unrelated to the stability of the road. However, the City Hall still maintains that it will not stop its legal response. Mayor Isabelle Mézières made it clear on social media that these roots belong to all the residents of Auvers, and we cannot give up public interests to private interests, making it clear that the dispute is not over. In response, the Serlinger couple stated in an interview with French media, "We have already won twice legally, and we now want to end this fight and preserve this place well." In fact, the couple are currently working with the Van Gogh European Foundation to run a guided tour program called The Mystery of Van Gogh's Roots, and are also examining ways to protect the roots and improve the site with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. The tree roots litigation, more complex than the artwork and yet to be concluded. This case, where art, history, and individual rights collide, is breathing new life into Van Gogh's last work in an unexpected way.
The tree roots born from the tip of Van Gogh's brush continues to attract people's attention even today, 130 years later. The dispute over the ownership of the roots shows how profound the legacy of art can be.